discussion with a client. We are with them for about half an hour to 45 minutes around their sink requirement. However, today we've probably only got a couple of minutes, so I'm going to go through this really, really quickly. There's some major questions that you need to ask your client to make sure that they get the right sink for their needs. And one is around what they've had in the past, what they prefer to use in the past that's worked well for them, and what hasn't worked for them in the past. That way you can eliminate the 300 sinks to a handful. The second question you want to ask them is how many in the home? Do they have a big household? Is it just the two of them? Because that makes a difference on whether they need a single or double bowl. If they've got a lot going on in their home, they will need a lot bigger sink, whether that's a double or single, to be able to match the needs of having a family in the home. Benchtop material, we've talked about this around the undermount and the top mount option, so that needs to be discussed with your client along with the cabinet size. What is the cabinet size? Is it 60 centimetres? Okay, if it's 60 centimetres, we will struggle to get a double bowl in there. Maybe a 1 1/4, but you can't get a double bowl. If the client wants a double bowl, then we need to look at the cabinet size that's been offered. Does your client have a waste disposal? If they have a waste disposal, they don't necessarily need a second sink. You can still put a waste disposal in a single sink, or maybe a 1 3/4 sink is ideal. So waste disposals can go into any sink nowadays as long as the waste is 90 mils. A lot of people don't think about drainage with a sink, and it is a very big problem, especially in a big island unit with a single bowl. Where do they drain? So Icon has some accessories to help you with the drainage. So if they did want a large single bowl, then you can have a designer drainer, you can put a roller mat on there to help with drainage. So there are some other options rather than the bowl and drainer options on the market. The other thing around drainage is it's really, really important. If you have got a big kitchen and you have got some room, look at a 1 3/4 bowl opposed to 1 1/2. The reason I say that is that 3/4 bowl can be used for a small wash, it can be used for drainage. There's a lot more uses with a 1 3/4 bowl opposed to 1 1/4 bowl. The last option is dishwashers. So how do you use your dishwasher? Do you use it for your pots or do you hand wash your pots? That can dictate what sort of style sink or size that you require. If you require a large sink, because you wash the pots and you wash the platters, of course platters when you entertain are very, very important, and so a lot of people are wanting big sinks for those platters, for those oven trays. But a dishwasher and how they use it is really, really important. They throw everything in the dishwasher and they hardly use a sink. The size doesn't matter on that main bowl. There's obviously more questions as we go along to ask and to eliminate, but that's a really good point because you can eliminate a lot of sinks and you can only then need a couple of sinks to suggest to your client that fits their needs. I hope that's helped today.